Hi, this is my first vlog, and today just like as a few hours ago, all my datas are gone. The reason behind is I have two NAS servers, and both of them like as just failed. They did, and there's some reason I'm just gonna share with you. Like as if you are building a NAS, I think this kind of situation that I will be failed. I think it may help you. The number one is the storage. I have physical two servers, two NAS servers, and I have used like as multiple types of hard disk. Like as these are made from Western Digital. These are made from Seagate. There's some hard disk from Toshiba also, and the first of the thing that I want to know that uh, none of those hard disks are rated for same performance. Like as I have used normal consumer grade hard disk. I have used some archive hard disk with different types of performance rating and different types of load rating. Then the first of thing that I will say you when you will try to build a NAS, always keep in mind that hard disk is the most important thing for an NAS, and I will prefer like as when you go to your shop to buy any kind of hard disk, there will be a rating like as something like as enterprise integrated enterprise. These are usually rated 180 terabytes a year. I will first tell you to inspect that specification, number one, and number two. Uh, this is a very harsh truth, but the main thing is not all drives are rated or made for 24/7 like as for 24/7 operations. So I will advise you guys to check before buying the hard disk. And and there's a second problem about my storage configuration, that that the capacity, like as I have some 2 TB drives, I have some 1 TB drives, I have some 500 GB drives, and those kind of stuff. So I will like as I will advise like as uh, not go for that. It's okay like as you are buying two different kind of hard disks and all those kind of stuff, but I will say like as if one RAID array, or like as if you are JBoard guy, then JBoard, uh, go for like as you have two 1 TB hard disks, I will say like as go to the store, buy one 1 TB of hard disk. So like as if you have two TB of hard disk, I will prefer you to if you are when you are ready to get your third hard disk, I will advise you to go for a 2 TB one. Number one. The second thing that I have faced in the raid, just 4 to 5 days ago, like as I have a failure in my server, and that was a RAID failure. So like as just yesterday, I I swapped out my old RAID hard disk, and like I replaced with a new one, and the story starts in here. Yeah, the story starts in here. The first of thing, don't use RAID 5. I know like as a lot of you guys like as why the RAID 5 is good, and like as it's and like as it's more applicable for us rather than the RAID 6. The main thing is that RAID 5 only can survive with one hard disk failure, and I did have that one hard disk failure. But yesterday, when I put my new hard disk to rebuild the RAID, there was one more hard disk failure, and that made my entire RAID array completely unusable. Number one. And there's also one more thing I want to say. There's actually two more things like I want to tell you. The first one is don't use the RAID array. No, like as I meant to say, don't use the RAID 5 array. You can either go for RAID 6, that's pretty good, or if you are like as super possessive about the security of your data, you can go for RAID 1, that's good. And like as actually RAID 1 doesn't make any sense for more than 2 hard disk configuration. I mean, it's like as RAID 10, whatever that kind of stuff is there. And there was one more problem in my as I have told you earlier. I do have I do have two physical machines, and there was 12 three RAID asses running in there. There's one RAID 0 and two RAID 5, and actually there's two RAID 5 with failover, those kind of stuff, whatever that is. And the second thing is when you will uh, try to when you want to make a RAID array, there's one more problem that I faced. As I have already told you, I do have two servers, and both obviously I want to say first that both machines I do have, those are consumer grade components, not the enterprise grade components. There is one more bottleneck. Whatever. Where was I? Where was I? Yeah. The first thing is that not all rate card are same, and what I did in my motherboard, the first one, the my fast NAS server, that has 6 SATA ports on board on the motherboard, and the second one has the 6 SATA 2 ports and 2 SATA 3 ports. So I was okay, cool, I don't need to buy a RAID card, and I was dependent upon the server RAID, and later I've also bought one RAID card just to run the RAID 0 thing, because on my server, because that usually store all my clonezilla images, and as I'm too sorry to lose all my clonezilla images and all like that. And the RAID card, I have as I have noticed one thing. Normally in market, if you want to have a first hand RAID card, that's too expensive. So what I did, I bought one RAID card, I used one from eBay, and there's something weird, I found out later that is not a proper RAID card. You can, I don't know what I should call it. Either we should call it hardware RAID or fake RAID, I don't know. Yeah, you can say this is a fake RAID, because that card just only has some SATA ports. That's not a proper RAID card. That card actually just add some of the SATA connectors to my motherboard. That is not a RAID card, a proper RAID card, because a proper RAID card will handle the RAID rebuild process and all those kind of things by card itself. But there's some cheap RAID cards, as those are said to be RAID cards, those are not RAID. Like one which I bought, it was just a card. It's not a proper RAID card, and I will say that don't go for that kind of card, number one. And as I've told you, I do have in the second computer, there was 6 SATA 2 ports and 2 SATA 3, and I will advise you to avoid those kind of as to run a RAID and NAS in this kind of situations. Yeah, this is for the storage. And the second more thing is the other hardwares. As I've already told you, all those two NAS servers that I had was running on consumer grade hardwares. As the first one has a Pentium dual core 2 GHz with 2 GB with one 2 GB stick and one 1 GB stick of DDR2 RAM, and the second one has another Pentium dual core, and it was at about 3 GHz or something like that. I cannot remember the exact model number, and that has 2 gigs DDR3 RAMs. And I will say don't go for that. Even if you have you probably do have old processors and those kind of stuff, I will say not to go for that, because first of all, that is a consumer grade motherboard and consumer grade CPU that you are probably using, that's not enough for the performance, like as I used to get very weird performance over there. And second thing, that is not reliable, because those kind of hardwares are not meant for 24 into 7 operations, number one. And number two, like as I know, like as you may have this thought, dude, what's that, this is just a NAS, they will just like as store my data and all those kind of thing, and they don't need a powerful hardware. It's a wrong, it's wrong means it's damn wrong. Like as I do have a Pentium dual core, and like as I have using that my NAS server for last 4 years, and I don't think it's worth, because uh, because I have some crashes. The crash, like as my NAS server crashed several times, and those kind of hardware are not meant for that. Because yeah, like as if you want to just build a simple NAS with 2 or 3 hard disks, it's okay, it's fine. Uh, mm, it's it's more than fine. But if you want to set up good uh, a good RAID array with a very good NAS server, which is reliable and like a reliable and smart, I mean reliable or smart, then I will suggest you to go for the consumer grade motherboards. This is the second thing. And there's one more thing, like as when it's a NAS, uh, it depends upon the network. So suppose you do have a switch or something that does not support 1 Gbps, and maybe for the cable that you are using, then it will like as I have faced this problem, like as most of my friend and previously I had this problem. Like I noticed my NAS is like is running very poorly. Why? Then I found out the thing, like as my switch supports 1 Gbps connections. Both of my NAS box supports 1 Gbps connection. My wireless AP supports 1 Gbps connection, but the cable I was using doesn't support 1 Gbps connection, and it only support 100 Mbps. And that's the one and most important thing that people usually overlook. But I think this is something that you need to consider. And like as I'm not saying that buy a server grade quad port Intel gigabit Ethernet, but like as keep this thing in mind. And there's one more thing that I'm gonna see. This is not first of all, I'm saying that I'm not affiliated or something like that. I don't make money of my videos, because I know like as there's some kind of people like as who will ask this kind of weird question to me. uh, Suppose like as you are like me and want to build your own NAS and those kind of stuff, and you need the enterprise grade hardwares for that. And I will say that uh, go to ebay.com, obviously not ebay.in. Go to eBay, buy a cheap those kind of Intel Xeon processor, those released in 2009, 10, 11, and those kind in this kind of range. And you can get a decent, and not decent, like a very good processor, like as Intel Xeon with 8 core 16 threads, those kind of configuration. You can get this kind of processor within $60 to $80 max. And I will say like as a shop from eBay, because like as if you use a NAS, but you do have a plan to use a NAS, like as I used to read, like as I used to store all my image files, like as ISOs, DMGs. I used to store all of my virtual machine files, like as the virtual hard disk and configurations. My NAS server was used to back up all of my devices, like as this laptop, my iMac, my previous MacBook, iPad, my phone and one of my friends phones and all those devices. uh, so oh shit, I forget again. Just give me a minute. Oh yeah. uh, so from next time when you will build a NAS, uh, keep these things in mind. Number one. Number two, try to use the enterprise grade hardware and all those kind of hardware that can survive or uh, good in long term use and 24 into 7 operations, like as server grade motherboards, Intel Xeon processors. And there's one more thing: don't use RAID 5. Today all of my data are gone, like as I don't have any ISOs that I have collected over years. I don't have any VM images, I don't have any of my clones the images, nothing. This is the first thing. And the second thing that this might shock you, but uh, I will say, like as it's good if it's good if you avoid the RAID 5, even the RAID 6. And you can do one thing, like as I have planned to do that, uh, to to cluster in your like as to have the clustering feature in your storage device. Because like and that's pretty easy, like as you can get a Ubuntu or CentOS, whatever that is installed on your NAS server. And like if you have two or more servers like as me, and get the ZFS for Linux and get some kind of clustering software, like as I cannot remember the name right now, uh, but the link will be in description below. Whatever this kind of stuff. And second thing, don't think that you don't need power for your NAS. NAS uses a lot of energy, so just don't buy a atom based very cheap motherboard and install that. Don't do that thing. And there's also one more thing, don't mix don't mix and match with your motherboard setup ports and external RAID card, JBOD card, all those kind of stuff that I had previously. Those I don't want to call them a RAID card, RAID card. Those are like as just uh, setup port enhancer, you can say, whatever. So don't mix and match, because they have different controller. And believe me or not, if it will like as it will drop your performance and uh, like as increase instability. Okay guys, it's for now. I will upload my video within next 14 days if I don't have any kind of accident. Then but like as I will upload a new video within 14 days for what can I do with that old bloody machines, and if I can have some alternative, or those kind of stuff for all my loss. Whatever, if this video, like as if you find this video is useful, just click in this thumb button, or whatever this is. Yeah, click in the thumb button. And if you think this video sucks, give the dislike button. And this is very useful for me, like as if you have any recommendations or something like that. Bye.